Welcome to Judo for the World. In this episode, we're in Croatia to bring you the stories from the Judo Grand Prix in its capital city, Zagreb. As a nation which is becoming an ever more popular tourist destination, the growth of its presence on the international sporting scene is matching the pace, as this year marks the fourth instalment of this event on the IJF World Judo Tour. The Grand Prix was a return to business after a fantastic Olympic Games in Rio de Janeiro, which saw 14 champions and 56 medalists pen their names down in the history books. The stars of today are an inspiration for those of tomorrow, and in Zagreb, many would be hoping to kickstart their own quest for glory. For Croatian judo fans, there was a chance to see if their rising stars have the potential to be world beaters. Newly crowned Olympic champion Majlinda Kelmendi was present to support her Kosovan teammates and to meet some young judo fans. So we took the chance to catch up with her. We'll get the inside track on some of the challenges faced by an elite-level judo coach as we speak to Israel's Shani Hershko. And of course, we'll bring you all the best action from this Judo Grand Prix. But we start with Majlinda Kelmendi, who was in Zagreb to support her Kosovan teammates as they attempt to emulate the success that she has enjoyed over the past 4 years on the World Judo Tour. The world #1 sparring partner Distria Krasniki was in action at under 52 kilograms, and her cousin, Fiola Kelmendi, would be making a World Tour debut in the under 48 kilograms category. And she was up first, showing that judo runs in the Kelmendi family, as she impressed with her power in her opening bout against Russia's Gilia Zova. She then came unstuck against Poland's Konieczny when she was caught with a dropping shoulder throw and was pinned for Ippon. Still, she came through the repechage with an Ippon of her own to set up a bronze medal contest against Russia's Anastasia Pavlenko. Your commentator is former world champion Neil Adams.
Majlinda Kelmendi, cousin of the great Kelmendi, just newly appointed Olympic champion. Now what's going to happen here? Fighting for third place! Oh, beautiful Harai Makikomi there, and there's Kelmendi there in the crowd, and really appreciating that Ippon there from her cousin. Beautifully taken. Harai Makikomi, look at the control she had of the sleeve there, and that is her first ever bronze medal and first ever medal in a Grand Prix tournament, and what a way to do it. Brilliant Ippon, turns onto the leg, controls it all the way over. Kosovo here showing that they've got depth, and I'm sure they're going to win a lot more medals in the future.
The division's gold would be contested by Serbian Melissa Nikolic and Israel's Noah Minska, the latter having produced this fantastic standing shoulder throw en route to the final. But it was Nikolic who would emerge victorious, thanks to a superb hip throw which scored Ippon, ensuring that she would top the podium in Zagreb. A great result from the under-23 European champion, as she took her first World Judo Tour gold in style. Up one weight, Krasniki was hoping to take her first World Judo Tour gold. Ruthless transitional skills on the ground with this strangle helped her along the way to the final in Zagreb. There, she would have to be content with silver after losing out by a yuko to Poland's Pionkowska. Disappointment for Krasniki as she continues to wait for her time in the spotlight. But all the same, the results in Zagreb show that Kosovan judo is on the up. At the end of the day, some of Croatia's judo kids had a chance to meet Kelmendi as she donned her judo gi to pose for pictures and play games with them. We spoke to Majlinda the next day. We started by asking her to describe her emotions during the gold medal contest in Rio.
I looked to the clock and I saw just 2 seconds. I was really happy, then I just lie down and I couldn't breathe, I couldn't stand up. So yeah, I was really happy, and when I'm very happy I just cry. So it was me crying there, my coach and a lot of people who came to support me. Jufrida came to me, she said, You're amazing judoka, you deserve it, so just enjoy it, you're Olympic champion. We hugged each other. Judo, it's a kind of sport where you learn to have respect. No matter what, you have respect, even if you lose. So, yeah, we were both in final, we were both satisfied with that. So, I think even if I would not take gold, I would do the same what Jufrida did. Yeah, it was, I think, the best memory of my life. I said in a lot of interviews before that it was the first time that Kosovo was part of the Olympic Games. So yeah, it was a historical moment, not just for judo, not just for sport of Kosovo, but for all Kosovo as a country. So I believe that I have proved to everyone in the world that Kosovo has good athletes and we can achieve big things. Judo in Kosovo is the most successful sport. Now it's on these last 2 years it's getting popular more and more. And yeah, we got so many kids who are coming to train judo, a lot of talented girls. So I think we have a good young generation. So I believe that also in the future or when I finish my career, judo will still be good and strong in Kosovo. So yesterday I was fighting my cousin, she's 48, and my friend or my sparring partner, Krasniqi. Yes, they did a good fight. My cousin, she stopped judo for about 7 years and then she started again to train. And yeah, she did well. Krasniqi, I think she could do much more. She was not even 60% of herself. I don't know why. But anyway, they got medals, so we had success. After the competition, I had the chance to play with a lot of kids here in Zagreb who train judo, and I think this was the best part of this competition. I enjoyed it so much. Also, the kids were really happy that they could see me, play with me, and they didn't know that I speak their language, so when I started to talk with them, they was really like, what? So yeah, I really like it. I always feel good when I can play with kids and like talk with them, do judo with them. It was so nice.
And the men's 73 kilogram category saw another chance for a Kosovan medal, as Akil Jakova took on Uzbekistan's Tursunov with a bronze medal on the line. Who would come out on top?
Tursunov looking very determined with the grip. Arm right the way over the top there. Jakova will have to get out of there! And that's why! Brilliantly taken there from Tursunov. Kosoto and, well, it was halfway between Kosoto, I think, and Uranagi. Hips came into play as well, and he just, well, took him right the way onto his back there. His first ever World Tour medal, just 19 years of age, and, well, Jakova came in poorly, and he got punished. Look at the hips go in. Look at the hands there, the tewaza. He takes him cleanly onto his back, and we're going to see him in a couple of weeks' time for sure when we go to Tashkent.
Once Tursunov had finished signing autographs for the judo-mad youngsters in Zagreb, it was the Ukraine's Dmytro Kanovets who eventually took gold, after he beat Sweden's Tommy Macias in the final with this clever foot sweep, which scored him a Yuko. It was the Ukrainians' first World Judo Tour gold medal. The female under 70 and under 78 kilogram divisions featured two of Croatia's biggest rising stars, the Matich sisters. At under 70 kilograms, the eldest, Barbara Matich, would have the opportunity to finally take gold on home soil if she could overcome world bronze medalist Klis of Poland. With the crowd fully behind her, Matich went to work and through sheer persistence of attack gained the slender lead of just one penalty point. With everyone in the arena on tenterhooks, would Matich be able to hold on for the win?
The crowd are on the edge of their seats. Matich just has to hold on. Just a couple of seconds left and she's done it. Matich has won her first World Tour gold medal ever at senior level, that is. And that was amazing. Look at her supporters there in the crowd. And, well, Croatia have their first gold medal of this tournament. It was amazing stuff here from Matich. She was watched very closely by her sister Brachita, and look at all the fans there. They just want her signature. And we're going to see a lot more of her and her sister over the next 4 years, that's for sure. They'll be pushing hard for Tokyo. And look at that. On top of the rostrum there for Barbara Matich. And, well, we're going to hear the national anthem of Croatia. How great to see that flag go up and to hear that anthem.
The younger Matich, Brigitte, was attempting to match her sister at under 78 kilograms and looked on the right path after a late Yuko against world number 3 Guusje Steenhuis of the Netherlands saw her take the lead in the semi-final. Both the Matich sisters have been junior world champion, and at 21 and 20 years of age respectively, the next few years could see their emergence as real contenders on the biggest stage. After Barbara's gold here, would this also be Brigitte's chance to step up? Unfortunately, she took her eye off the ball, and on the very last second, Steenhuis struck. This Uchimata scoring her a Wazari, giving her the spot in the final. A valuable lesson in composure for Brigitte, who will have to wait for her time on top of a World Judo Tour podium. It was Hungary's world number 9, Jo Abigail, who took gold, defeating Steenhuis with this counter-attack for a Yuko in the final. After a disappointing Olympic Games, Jo was happy to be back sporting gold. Hugely important in the sport of judo is the relationship between an athlete and their coach. It is the task of a coach to help a judoka give their best possible performance by offering both tactical advice and motivation. In a sport where the finest of margins can mean a difference between victory and defeat, it is not a job for the faint-hearted. In Zagreb, we spoke to the man in charge of Israel's hugely successful women's team, Shani Hershko, to gain an insight into the role of a coach on the World Judo Tour.
My name is Shani Hershko. I'm the head coach of the Israeli national women team. As a coach, I'm always looking for the challenge and for the motivation to coach my athlete. And I think when you have the challenge and the motivation, you always do the things with love. And when you do the things with love, so everything is possible. My way in my team, it's right after the draw. Even sometimes during the draw, I'm sending to my athlete the draw, and I'm telling them, start looking for the video. We need to see like the tactical things we can do in the fight. We start immediately, we have the information. We start working for the competition. And I also like to finish the things very early, that the athlete then have time to do other things, maybe to see a movie, maybe to have some fun with his friend. And then again in the morning, we talk about the things we talked before. And of course, after you coach so many years and you coach for like Olympic Games, so after 2 or 3 years, you know almost everyone. So in the end, it's very easy to focus again in the things you need to do in the fight. Now, as we are working to the tatami, I give them the challenge they have to do in each fight. So in the end, if they done it, it's nice. And also if they don't done it, it's also nice because you have material to work in them for the next competition, the next training. The difficult thing is it's like you have a small influence on the fight because you are not part of the fight. Maybe my influence is maybe 10%. Sometimes the 10% is very important, but I cannot do the fight instead of you. I tell to my athlete always that I'm advisor. You know, when they're sitting on the chair, I give them advice. They need to choose if they do it or not do it and take the right decision. And when the athlete becomes more and more experienced, so he can trust himself more, then he starts. In judo, when you're coaching during a fight, you can speak only when the referee say mate. So usually it's about between 3 seconds to 6 seconds. So it's very important to be very accurate. Sometimes you say too many things. If you say too many things, so the athlete is confusing. So the target is to say same things you tell them in training, things they know. Sometimes it's just a code for something, and then it's very easy for the athlete. I think it's things that you are developing during the time you are coaching. And if I need to advise to someone, is to say less, it's more. In judo, it's not just the technique. It's always together with the mentalic things And sometimes even it's more important that the athlete will believe in himself, he will bring more to the fight. So it's not always a technical thing. Sometimes it's technical things together with mentality things. And in the end, this is our heart as a coach to know how to do the things right. For me as a coach, like the two big moments was first in 2013 when Yarden Gerbi became a world champion, and she was the first world champion for Israel. So it's historical moment that nobody can take it from us. You know that like it will be forever. She forever will be the first one that won gold in the world champion. And of course, the second moment was when she won the bronze in the Olympic Games in Rio. And these two moments make me very happy. And I think like millions of Israel become very happy in those days. And because we have only 2 Olympic medals in Rio from judo, and Yarden, she is the second female after 24 years that won Olympic medal for Israel. So it was a great moment when we achieved that. And when we go back to Israel, it was amazing. So many people came to the airport, and everybody knows Yarden Gerbi in Israel. Everyone knows her. Like, it's an amazing moment for me.
In the heavier male divisions, there were 3 Russian athletes making waves. The first was gold medalist Alan Kubetsov at under 81 kilograms. This fantastic Rosari was the highlight of his final against Hungary's Choknya, as Kubetsov emerged with the win. It took his tally of World Judo Tour golds to 5. At under 90 kilograms, his compatriot Alexander Grigorev was looking very impressive. This fast-action counter-attack against Poland's Koshera saw him into the final in Zagreb. Grigorev was on the hunt for a second World Tour gold. His opponent there would be Israel's Lee Kochman, who had looked equally impressive throughout the day, defeating Germany's Kerbowit Garcia by an ippon, and Ver of Hungary with this late Yuko. Who would leave Zagreb with the gold?
Well, Grigorev absolutely dominating the grips here, and I've got to say Kochman hasn't been in this match at all. Been dominating! Now that's going to be a score. That's a Yuko score there. He was right the way between the legs there with that Sodi Surikomigoshi. Look how he drops, and then he drives. He has a second stab at it, and Kochman there lands clearly onto his side. So a good Yuko there from Grigorev. Grigorev dominating all the time. Kochman has to attack, he knows that. Tries the Sodi himself. Oh, Soto! Oh, that's it, it's all over. Oh, Sodageri, and he switches sides this time. And even his own teammates say that was a good one. It was excellent stuff. Oh, Sodageri, look how he throws his hips forwards, and he absolutely plants him clean onto his back. It was brilliant change of direction. He did a right Sodi Surikomigoshi for the first score, but this time switches it. Lefto Soto. Look at the sleeve. Look at the hips. Look at the drive. And then the hands. The control with the hands. And he takes him onto his back for a massive ippon and the second gold medal for Russia.
And underlining Russia's dominance with a 3rd gold medal for their men's team in Zagreb was Adlan Bisultanov. In the final, he took on the young Dutchman Korel, against whom this dropping Sienagi for a Rosari was enough to give him the win. Great work from Bisultanov and Russia. Taking gold in the women's under 57 kilogram category was France's Lola Benaroche, after she defeated Russia's Daria Mezichkaya in the final with 2 Yuko scores. Up one weight at under 63 kilograms, it was Poland's Karolina Talak emerging victorious from a final against Russia's Jigaros to secure the top spot. Another World Judo Tour gold debutante, enjoying her moment in the spotlight in Zagreb. The heaviest female category of over 78 kilograms saw a gold for neighbouring Bosnia-Herzegovina to celebrate, as Larissa Čerić defeated Germany's Caroline Weiss with this Yuko score in the final. Čerić's travelling fans made sure it was a well-received victory as they saluted their anthem with their heroine standing tall. In the lightest male category, the under 60 kilograms, there was another gold for France to celebrate as Vincent Manquest produced an impressive performance to claim the Grand Prix title. His run to the final saw him boast some dynamic judo, attacking from different angles and leaving his opposition with no answer. The former junior world champion was looking hungry for senior scalps. In the final, he switched from thrower to submission hunter, as he secured a Jujigatami arm lock on his Russian opponent Mushfida Badzi, forcing him to tap and concede the bout. A great performance from Manquest. Is this the start of big things for the Frenchman? And up one weight at under 66 kilograms, the gold medal was taken by Slovenia's Andras Jereb after he defeated Israel's Shmailov by Yuko in the final. The first of our top three Ippons in Zagreb comes from Great Britain's Kelly Edwards, as she contested the bronze medal against Romania's Florian.
Kelly Edwards, she's got the arm underneath. Look at that! Oh, a second stab Cianagi that, and that was brilliantly executed, that really was. Kelly Edwards wins the bronze medal. Look how she drops first and then has a second readjustment there with the hips. And the hips come right the way across, but it's the hands. The sleeve hand pulls and the direction hand. Look at the direction hand there on the lapel. Just directs her right the way onto her back. Great bronze medal there for Kelly Edwards.
In at number 2 is Israel's Tal Flicker.
Flicker looking for the arm around the back. Now it's there. Oh, look at that! What an ogoshi that was! Oh, that's got to be one of the throws of the tournament. Brilliant stuff there. The arm went round the back, hips came across, and he assisted it a little bit with the leg, but it was the hip movement that really made it. And Flicker gets another medal for Israel. What a way to win the bronze.
And what better way to round things off from Zagreb than with our number 1 Ippon. It came in the final of the over 100 kilogram division as Romania's Daniel Natea took on Germany's Sven Heinler.
Well, Heinler has to do something. Saying that, so's Natea. He hasn't attacked yet. We haven't seen him attack properly. Certainly nothing that's going to score Ippon. 1 minute to go in this final match. Oh, Oguruma there. The one attack that he does, and he absolutely buries Heinler. That was amazing. The very first attack, proper attack that he does, it was Oguruma, catches the leg, and well, it was a huge Ippon. Heinler couldn't do anything about it. Clean on his back for Ippon. The last contest of the day, and well, it's got to be the best Ippon of the whole tournament. We've saved the best till last, and that really was a great way to go out from Zagreb. It's been an amazing tournament, and we've seen a lot of new talent coming through. The World Judo Tour is back with a bang.
So that's it from this Grand Prix in Zagreb. Croatia finally had a gold to cheer. Kosovo has more budding champions waiting in the ranks. There were some fantastic performances. But the biggest man in action stole the show. Join us in 2 weeks' time from Tashkent, Uzbekistan for another Grand Prix on the World Judo Tour.